Hello and welcome to Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver. And joining me today is none other than the charismatic cult leader himself, the one that they have with the guiding light, the man that leads everybody to the light, and he will make sure that your light shines bright. Mr. Michael Gabriel, thank you for being here today, sir.
Joseph, thank you so much for inviting me back onto this platform. It's been a while. It's been a long time, and a lot of fantastic things have happened in the world of Michael Gabriel and also my guiding light. So I am elated to be here tonight.
Well, we are ecstatic to have you back, but there's a lot of things that's been going on here recently, and we're going to start out with the School of Morton, if that's fine for you. And I've got some questions for you. I hope you're ready, sir.
Oh, I'm ready, Joseph. So throw them my way, sir.
I'm going to show a picture to the fans real quick, and I've got to know how you ended up with the two biggest, baddest brutes in all of School of Morton, Hunter Wolf and Chase Bryant, the grizzly bear.
Well, I mean, first of all, Joseph, give Chase Bryant a little more respect. The grizzly bear is just a normal thing that happens. This is Big Grizz Chase Bryant. And that name is not only just a cool little nickname. This man was born and bred on the streets, the hard, tough streets of Memphis, Tennessee. So that nickname's earned over there. I don't know if you've ever been down those blocks and been down those streets, but it's not a place for me. But at the same time, Chase Bryant and me go way back. And Hunter Wolf was just simply a lost soul. The people hate Hunter Wolf whenever he steps out in the ring. But the problem that we always encountered with a guy like Hunter is that there was this morbid obsession by the same people that booed him. They did the old boo, wink, wink, yay, I love you, wink, wink, boo. You know, like some of these just hypocritical, backwoods wrestling fans do. You know, you've seen them. Hey, you may even be one of them, Joseph, every once in a while. But at the same time, when we come on this platform, nothing but professional. Anyway, I digress. But Hunter, people wanted to see him destroy people, but he couldn't reconcile what that was. He was recruited into this other thing and that thing fell apart. It was like a popcorn fart, right off into the wind. But see, with me, it's more than just a fad. My thing attaches to the soul. My thing affects the way of life. And Hunter Wolf was aimless. Now he's been found. Now he knows exactly what it means to be a servant heart. And Chase Bryant, me and him, I had to call in a favor because Chase Bryant and me trained under the good doctor himself, Dr. Tom Pritchard, at the Jacobs Pritchard Wrestling Academy. Same class, same bloods, same sweat and tears, mostly from other people, but I'll keep that between those walls. But he came to me because when I saw him during those days, when we were training, when we were talking, when we were fleshing out who we were in this ring, Chase Bryant had anger, hate in his heart. But the problem is every time he goes out, every time I've seen him wrestle, he's cheering the fans. They make him go out there and be a hypocrite. They make him be out there and be a liar. Because it's not true what he is. Chase Bryant is an angry brute of an individual. And he doesn't take any prisoners. And I like to quote, may God rest his soul, young Dolph. That man does not miss 100 shots. So these two men are in my corner. They're in my essence, and they soak up every single thing that I bring to them. And I've told them, because people think that like, oh, should I be angry? I need to stop. I need to be accountable. I need to seek something better. I need to seek remedies. No, sir. Anger truly is a gift. And because I am, whether you believe this, Joseph, or whether the people watching this believe this, but I am your therapist and I am your therapy. And just like those two men, we're here. The guiding light is going to let it shine no matter what.
Well, that brings me to another point. See, the guiding light had another member at one point in time, if you could call it that, if he's might be just a little bit astray right now. The one that they're calling Evan Golden. And he came on our show just a couple nights ago, and he said that you weren't paying him the attention that he believed he deserved anymore. And I asked him if it was because he was not partaking of the Book of Gabriel, and he could not give me a straight answer. So what's going on between you, the guiding light, and Evan Golden?
Well, Joseph, do you see what I'm doing right now?
Yes, sir.
I'm massaging my temples. Have you ever done that before?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know why you do that? It's because you have so much stress, just so much frustration towards some people. And Evan Golden, I don't know what he's got going on. Evan Golden, for one thing, he wants to sit there and be a guiding light member. He wants to hold the Book of Gabriel, and he wants to play the part. He wants to speak the language of the guiding light. But then, on the one hand, he wants to be best friends with the likes of Casey Kazana, who we all know is a fraud, is a liar, who exposes himself every time he steps out there. But you know, Evan Golden, he's just kind of like that leaf out that flies out in the middle of the woods. It goes which and way, whatever the wind blows. And Evan is misguided. And it just seems like maybe he's just in an identity crisis. And we'll have to see how that goes.
How do you feel about him changing books from the Book of Gabriel to the book, the NWA rule book, being best friends with Casey Kazana?
Well, the country gentleman may be by the book, and that has a lot of power and wielding within the NWA. But at the end of the day, my book ranks higher in the spiritual realm. Because at the end of the day, the NWA is a great organization. The NWA is a powerful thing that Joe Kazana and the country gentlemen have definitely got their thing going. They're by the book. They're going to use the book to every single thing, especially old KC. But my book is a little bit on another higher plane in life. And so at the end of our roads, when we have to eventually meet the Almighty, we'll see whose book holds up to the end. And Evan Golden, sometimes he gets blinded by the light. Sometimes he gets blinded by his own ego. And I've told him from day one that you have to put your ego aside, or you might just face the consequences of those actions. So Evan Golden, it's truly up to him. And we'll have to see how it truly unfolds.
Excellent, sir. Now, we know that you're currently in a feud with one RT3 at the School of Morton. I believe that you called him a fraud at one point in time, a fraudulent champion. And I believe we got some footage of you cutting some promos on him here recently. Would you indulge us and watch that with us?
I always love to hear myself talk. Because
Excellent.
I know that's always important. Please roll the clip.
So the first one that we're actually going to show is going to be from the uprising of January 5th.
Well, hopefully we can hear it. Well, Joseph, I cannot hear it. Hopefully the people can hear it too.
He said that he just hit a nerve. He must have enlightened some people and woken them up from their sleep with one RT3. He has a big message for them, and it is outputting. It's showing that it is outputting to the people. You just laid out the challenge to RT3 at the bunkhouse there, saying that you were the therapy and the therapist to him, and you basically you disrespected God in sort of a way. That's the nicest way to say it, especially to certain people, their God. Let's say it like that. So we've got to know, Michael Gabriel, are you ready for RT3 and what he may bring for you at the bunkhouse?
Well, to be quite honest, Joseph, you said earlier that I was in a feud with RT3. And I'm honestly, I kind of was a little shocked at that. I was kind of a little I didn't know how to react, because I wouldn't even call it a feud, because if a feud, I haven't even gotten a chance to stand in front of RT3 face to face. Now, from what I've heard, because I have my sources and I have ears in all different places around this place, is that maybe it could have been an injury why he hadn't been to SOM in so long. Maybe it was a personal problem that he was dealing with, or maybe that the money wasn't right. It just wasn't there. I don't know. It's not all allegedly. But you see, first of all, I did not disrespect anyone. No higher being. I'm the person that just opens the door, that expands the mind, because those same people that normally go to those places, they know what I was talking about. And at the same time, they know that what I say, the core of it, is the truth. Because I've been in those spots. I've been in those places. And I know exactly how it works. And RT3, the reason why just RT3 gets the visceral side of Michael Gabriel is not because RT3, I would never disrespect the man, the person, because at the end of the day, RT3 is a fierce competitor. RT3 is well known around these parts. And actually, fun fact, when I was just a very tiny novice in this world of professional wrestling, my 5th time I ever stepped in a ring was with RT3. And I looked a whole lot different back then. I didn't look like this. I was way not up to enlightenment, guiding light standards when it comes to the body type. But still, that was a fond memory of me. So I'll never forget that. But at the same time, I, at SOM, have been constantly put to the side, constantly hampered the potential that, and just the absolute visceral hurt and anger that has filled my veins. And I finally get to do that. And RT3 is one of those people that comes out there and the people just like him. They love him. But why? Maybe it's because, I don't know, looks like RT3 sometimes, he has that police officer vibe. Maybe he's that good justice, that moral superiority. It just oozes from RT3. But at the same time, where has he been? Where is the SOM heavyweight champion that vanquished the evil Draco? Where has he been? And so I only knew that once the whole Gen 3 buffoonery was retired and over with and dead under my standards, I had to go to the very tip top of SOM. And I called out that man, RT3. He is the flag bearer. He is the torch bearer. He's been there the longest. He's trained there personally with Ricky Morton himself way back when. So RT3, I would never disrespect you as a person. I will maybe just turn up the heat a little bit. Maybe just pinch a little nerve of yours just to try to see, just to say, RT3, I want to see the side of you that doesn't just smile. I want to see the side of you that's wicked. that's been pushed down for so long, that every time you come out there, I know that you look at the fans and they cheer your name and they're like, RT3, RT3. You really just don't like them. I feel it. And I want to see the vicious Roy. I want you to take out your pain and suffering to the desk of Michael Gabriel, because your therapy session is well overdue.
Very strong words for RT3, Michael Gabriel. But we do have to ask, as you asked, where has he been? What's been going on? As you said, he has not shown his face back at the School of Morton. And that begs the question, does he have to relinquish that title? And I believe we've got a little bit of footage here of you with something in your hands. We're going to show just a small smidgen of it, something that you are carrying around on the 12th of January.
Oh, yes.
Right here. What is that?
Well, as you can see, and as the viewers at home can see, that was the original SOM heavyweight title. And because of the buffoons and all of the management crisis at SOM, they can't ever just get anything in line. And so finally, I had to do something where really hit in the core, because whether that be Ricky Morton or Scotty or whoever the mystery GM that always emails during when my time to talk is, I had to do something a little bit seedy. So I went to the grand hall of all the pictures, all the different people, all the wishing Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson very well. And I opened up that door and I saw all the classic titles. I saw the original NWA US tag titles, the national champion, the ECW heavyweight title. And I can validate that has been a real title. That's not one of those little replica toy belts. And right next to it was the original SOM heavyweight title. So I said to Hunter and Chase, because who's going to stop us? Who's going to tell us no? What are they going to do? Fire me? No. I've got so much dirt on these people, they would run to the hills if it was uncovered. Anyway, I digress. So I grabbed it and I said, got all the dirt and dust off of it, and I said, I'm the champ now. Because clearly, RT3 hasn't shown up. And so maybe this might get him to show up. Maybe something to just be like, hey there, RT3. The only way to say that I'm not the champion is if you show up and take this from me. Because as of right now, I am the SOM heavyweight champion. And so what are they going to do about it? I guess old Roy's going to have to show up at the bunkhouse.
That's a great question,
I'm sure
Mr. Gabriel. What will they do about it? And I believe that the anonymous GM, Prince Malik, was there, and he applauded you for taking your actions that you took. And he said that he loves your ambition. If I'm quoting him correctly, I believe it was, I love your ambition, and we need more of this. So you're going to get what you want at the Buckhouse, and that's going to be RT3. So I believe that's what's going on here. I believe that he's got you booked right here, coming up.
And you see, Joseph, this is to the people who are watching, and they probably sit there and they sit in their jobs that they hate. There may be their relationships that they hate, the school that they hate, and their miserable lives that they feel like I can't get out of the cycle. This is what happens when you don't play by the rules. Because so many people think that following the rules, being a good citizen, being morally upstanding will get every single thing you desire. But sometimes you got to pinch a little nerve. You got to kind of just chisel away at the authority that's been placed in front of you. Because that's exactly what I did. And I encourage anybody to do that. Maybe you have a boss that you hate. Maybe you have somebody in your life that just gets right under your skin. What I did is I got right in the face of the people that called the shots, right out and called out the big man on campus, RT3. And you know what I did? I manifested it. I willed it into existence. And what do I get? I got what I, quite frankly, deserved. And I got that opportunity because I grabbed the people by the throat and choked the life out of them. Because anger is a gift. And if you manifest it the right way, all your dreams and desires can happen to people like you. And so this Sunday, the prophecy will be fulfilled. I will manifest this match. What will stop me from manifesting in official light to being the title holder? So I can walk around with both belts and I can clank them together and I can take them back to the guiding light commune. And I can, quite frankly, I can sit there with all my concubines and all these people that hold on to every single word and want to just beg to be in my presence. You know what I mean? But that's what I need to do. That's the prophecy. That's how it goes, Joseph.
This all sounds great, but you're forgetting the biggest part here is what we started with. You have 2 new members in the guiding light, 2 new members that will be at ringside, 2 more opportunities possibly to help you win this title against RT3. How are we going to be assured 100% that they won't be involved between you and RT3?
My sheep, they know their assignment and they do it well. And they know what needs to be done. And so whether that means being involved or being witnesses to something truly spiritual. And that's all you need to know, because they know. And you'll have to know on Sunday.
That is very true. That's going to be happening this Sunday, January 19th at the School of Morton. That's going to be at 128 Five Rivers Plaza in Newport, Tennessee. Tickets are going to be $10 to get in for general admission. And believe me, guys, we're partnering with the School of Morton, and we've got something special just for you guys. If you guys are looking for tickets, you can go to ticketleap.com and get your tickets today to the Buckhouse Stampede, and you can enter the special promo code at the checkout, Arabbidb3aver. That's capital RABID, capital BEAVER, and get you a special discount today on those tickets, as it's going to be taking place Sunday, January 19th, 2025, and you guys don't want to miss it. Mr. Michael Gabriel, I know that you have a lot going on at the School of Morton, but you got a lot going on some other places too. And I believe one of the places that you're going to be at this Saturday, January 18th, is going to be at SPCW, Southern Pride Championship Wrestling, at the Sportatorium, 157 Myers Lane in La Follette, Tennessee. Talk to us just a little bit about it.
Oh man, the Sportatorium, where I began this journey in the squared circle and really started to evolve into who Michael Gabriel truly is. So I'm so honored to be back in La Follette, Tennessee, even though La Follette is a rough town, rough people. Every time I walk into that building, the people just look at me with disgust, because at the end of the day, they hate my message, but they also want to be who I am. They want to have the enlightenment. They want to have the spiritual plane that I'm on. They want to have the freedom that I walk in every single day. And that's okay, because we're all on this journey, just like I was back in the day. And I get to come in there, and quite frankly, the assignment is not very clear on the 18th, but I hear my old friend Von Miller is the new SPCW Black American Champion. And first of all, I have to say my congratulations are in order, because Von Miller just like Chase Bryant, we go way back too. Not many people know, but me and Von Miller trained together as well at the Jacobs Pritchard Wrestling Academy under the great Dr. Tom Pritchard. And Von Miller is really stepping in to his own flavor, his own, just got a little extra swag in the steps, got a little extra, just all sorts of good stuff. But I'll tell you this, Vaughn, don't get too cocky. Because you remember, and as the people remember, I used to be in your corner. And I helped you out.
This is true.
At the end of the day, we went our separate ways. But I never got to share my side of the story. I never got to be able to tell, because obviously I went on to other different things. And me and Von Miller split into different paths. Because Von Miller got a taste of what it looked like when he walked out there and people were like, yay, we love you. And then once that's all over with, once you're actually come down to the nitty gritty, nobody's there. Because he loved the fact when the fans were chanting for him and yay, let's go Vaughn, let's go Vaughn. When he can go out there, kiss babies, slap some hands, maybe sell a couple t-shirts. But that money dried up. And he eventually saw what unfortunately a lot of people see in this industry. They see somebody like his talent and like his look, quite frankly, how he looks. And they sit there and constantly compare him. They look at him and say, oh, you're trying to be like so-and-so. You're trying to be like this guy up north. So that's when I think Von Miller truly started to realize that the people aren't for him, and the people are actually against him. And I applaud him for walking in that. But I will say this, is that title around your waist, don't get too cocky. Please, I'm begging you, pal, don't get it. Because the Michael Gabriel that used to be in your corner isn't the same Michael Gabriel that is now. And who knows? Maybe I might just challenge you the 18th. Or because I see and hear that you've also recruited some other disgruntled, disenfranchised individuals alongside of you just to kind of help out. Because I know you can take care of your business no matter what. But little old Devon Belcher is in your corner now. And good for him and good for you. Because I see Devon Belcher as a true person that will only go up from here. And the reason being, because Devon knows exactly to my point, that he is constantly under the microscope. He is constantly scrutinized. But at the same time, Von Miller, you have friends. Maybe I can call it a favor from one of my other friends. Maybe one of my more wayward friends, if you know what I mean. So you just have to come out Saturday night. You might just have to see. Because who knows? The OG guiding light might just have to ride again.
That would be very interesting, Mr. Gabriel, to say the least. But I have one special question for you with the Book of Gabriel, being that this match is against your former partner, Von Miller, your former friend, Von Miller, and your former competitor and friend. I mean, that's the best I can go with it. Do you have anything inside that Book of Gabriel that might have a surprise for him, such as that nice little ball of fire?
Well, quite frankly, Joseph, why would I tell you that live on the air? Well, come on. Why would I sit there and give out all my secrets, all the knowledge, and all the elevated things? Some people can't handle what's in the book. Some people can't handle the truth, period. And so, if Von Miller wants to stoop low, if Von Miller wants to sit there and do some dirty tactic to try to prove his dominance, well, who knows? I can show my dominance too, pal. And it doesn't have to even be in a book. But if I have to pull out the book, if I have to get a golden child himself to pull out the book and show off what he's learned, we'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
So you asked me, why would I ask you to give out all your dirty little secrets? And the real question is, if you can't bring them to the light, do you shine it in their face? That's why I asked that question.
Well, yeah, the question is obvious, because not everybody wants to embrace my methodology. Because people also may even be watching this and may also see that I used to be a different type of person. Because I always used to have the approach of like, Mr. Nicey Nice, and I'm going to out here and change the world, and that everybody's soul is weighing on my back and mine alone. Well, I'll tell you this, is not everybody embraces what I'm doing right now. And that's okay, because one day, when the trumpets sound, when the Almighty calls us home, you may as well very well see me in a high position of authority during those times. And you may look and say, why did I never go to the therapist or the therapy? Well, I just never knew you. Maybe that's why. And also, there are people that I have chosen, that I have consecrated as guiding light individuals. And sometimes that needs a little bit of extra force and a little bit of an extra just nudge in the right direction. You can interpret that however you want, because at the end of the day, I'm a lover. But at the end of the day, too, anger is a gift. And I have a lot of that gifting. I sure do.
So
and
is
whoever gets in my way, well, the gift is going to be received very hard.
Is that what happened with Gen 3 Express? Did the gift get in the way?
Well, because see, Gen 3 is such an elaborate topic, because when we came together, it was three very different individuals coming together under one common cause, and that was to take over. And nobody has ever really talked about, because KC Kazana will get on your show and whatever else and get on a microphone and say, hey there, pal, I'm KC Kazana, and I'm over here, and I'm NWA, and I made this whole... No, he did not. Because KC was at a point where he was at a crossroads. And that story may come out at a different day. And then you have Evan Golden, who was a whole different individual than the both of us. They both came together and they found me and they said, Michael Gabriel, what can we do to seek more knowledge, to seek success, true success, not just in a wrestling ring, but in our hearts and souls? And well, more events will come out along the road. You shall see. And when we eventually went to Tropic Mania, hey, Gen 3 was born. And I'll tell you this. I created the Gen 3 Express, and I declared Gen 3 Express is dead. Because Evan and KC can now play buddy-buddy and be all friends, and yay, we love each other now. Look at us. The Gen 3's back. The heart and soul's missing. It's just an old bag of bones right now. So, one day, they will find their atonement. Evan, on the other hand, we have an on and off relationship because, like I said earlier, drifts with the winds back and forth. But he knows that if he steps out of line, he knows what's coming. He knows it'll be a very painful existence if that's the case.
Strong words, Mr. Michael Gabriel. Very strong words, especially about the Gen 3 Express. And I'm sure that I'll get both sides from the other two at some point in time at a later date. Now, you did mention Tropic Mania, which is going to be dropping in 2025, something that's going to be happening. It is a featured film from the three of you, I do believe, and more. Is that correct?
Well, yes, that was quite an adventure because at the time when the Gen 3 Express was on much better terms, there was a significant donation to the Guiding Light LLC, and it was a great and well fruitful endeavor. And so, of course, I lent my talents, I lent my skills to something that transcends what we're doing. So, just something that is a loose adaptation of the origin of the Gen 3 Express, allegedly.
Allegedly. I love that, sir. We've got to move on just a little bit. And I know that you have something very special coming up in professional wrestling on Friday, January 24th. You're going to be a part of Piledriver Pro Wrestling. Is that correct?
Well, yes. In the Rumble for the Resolution Rumble for the first ever PDP champion. And so I threw my name in the hat and I talked to the powers that be there, made myself a great case, and who knows? Like they said, never know who's going to show up. And so,
that's absolutely true. That's going to be taking place 312 West Broad Street in Livingston, Tennessee. It's going to be catty-cornered directly across the street from the Mallard Public Library in Livingston, Tennessee at the Joe L. Elvins Community Center. Is that correct?
yes, it is. It'll be my first time ever in Livingston, Tennessee. So I'll see exactly what I'm having to work with there.
Well, you're in for a treat, sir. And let me tell you, if you and the commune decide that you get hungry along the way, you want to stop at El Tapatio in Cookeville, Tennessee. That's going to be the place where you want to eat.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Well, I am on a strict regimen right now, and I may have to consider and indulge in my gluttonous desires, because that does sound like a very good time. Good plug, by the way, Joseph. I love it. I love it. The man's just rolling in sponsors now. He's big time now.
I'm not big time.
Yes, sir, you
You're
are.
big
El
time, Mr.
Tapatio,
Gabriel.
baby, rolling and oh, baby.
I would love to say yes, sir. That's true, but it's absolutely not. Mr. Michael Gabriel, we're talking about Piledriver Pro, though. You put your name in the hat for that scramble. You're going to put your name in the hat to be that first ever champion. What do you think your odds are winning that and becoming the first ever Piledriver Pro champion?
Well, as you can see, there's a lot. I can't disrespect people at Piledriver Pro. You've got the likes of Axton Ray. You've got the likes of Toby Farley. You've got Tyler Shoup. You've got all these individuals, Wayne Moxie, Bruiser Bob, the Stew Crew, fantastic people that at the end of the day, when they step into the ring, it isn't a cakewalk. So I can sit there and say with confidence that it will be challenging. I am a humble servant in this category, and I will say, but at the end of the day, I'm going to let it shine, no matter what.
That's all you can do is let it shine. You let it shine for your people everywhere you go, whether you're in Newport, Tennessee, whether you're in Livingston, Tennessee, whether you show up in Florida, whether you show up in Alabama, everywhere that we've seen you, you've let it shine. Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, you let it shine there. You let it shine all over the place, Michael Gabriel. And speaking of those other places that you're going, we know that you have something very, very special that's going to be happening right here. And you are selling some stuff through ProWrestlingTees.com. Is that correct?
I sure do. And all proceeds go directly to the Guiding Light Fund that helps innocent children live lives of, oh, what the heck? No, it doesn't. It goes to my pocket. Because I could sit there and say that, because that's what everyone loves to say. Everybody loves to sit there and say, oh, it helps these people and helps this and that. No, it doesn't. It goes to their payroll. It goes to their staff. It goes directly to their pockets. And the Guiding Light is an upstart. It's grassroots. So yes, goes to me, but I know where to distribute it. And you can show your love and affinity, and you can let it shine by buying this t-shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com and representing the guiding light. Because one day, this shirt's going to be worth way more than $24.99. It's going to be a classic. It's going to be something that people will be dying to get their hands on. The people that buy toys and memorabilia and toy wrestling belts, those people are going to be clamoring for a OG Michael Gabriel shirt.
And these go all the way up to 5X, and there is an extra charge for those going up. $475 for 5, 4X is $450, 3X is $375, 2X is $350, and extra large and under are the exact price that you quoted. You can get them directly right now by scanning that QR code. Go to Pro Wrestling Tees and order you a Guiding Light Commune Cult shirt today.
We are an inclusive bunch, so all shapes and sizes, we have one for you.
And Mr. Michael Gabriel, I know that you're selling some extra merchandise, which isn't on Pro Wrestling Tees as well. They can get it at all the shows that you're a part of. Is that correct?
Yes. I have a stockpile of the original Michael Gabriel shirt. Features the Book of Gabriel, and you can get it in black or maroon.
Let me see if I can pull that up.
Please show this craftsmanship. This is something that the people back at the commune worked so hard on to show their diligence, to show their passion and their appreciation for the mission. And if you look at this and you see this was sewn and stitched together and designed with all the love in the world. And I'll say this, the supply is very low, so get them before they're gone. I assure you that. And we can, if you have a special request, I can take it, go to the right people, we can make it happen.
Very, very interesting. So you're saying if I wanted, let's say, the color blue for that shirt.
Yeah, whoa. Don't go off the color pattern, pal. Don't push me. Don't push me, Joseph. I know how you are. I know what you like to do. Because I've seen you on here. You like to push. You've been nothing but good to me. But don't get on my bad side. Because blue is not the right color that I desire on my shirts.
I was just saying, let's just say a fan wants blue. Could you get it in blue?
Can you make a donation to the Guiding Light LLC?
I believe they could. If they could, yeah, absolutely.
Well, then it will be truly our pleasure. But I just know you are doing that hypothetically. But if it was a nice little fan, to somebody that really, truly wanted to let it shine, Michael Gabriel will make it happen. But don't push me, Joseph. I know how you are.
I'm not trying to push you. I'm not trying to push you at all. I'm just trying to make sure that you can get your fans what you're selling here. I want to make sure that you can get them everything that they're asking. You brought it up that if they had a special design that you'd want to do that. So I was just saying in general.
I'll take it to the committee. How about that? We'll take it to the Guiding Light Carpet Committee. How about that?
Let's do that.
The board.
Let's do that. All right, Mr. Michael Gabriel. Now, I know for a fact that you, sir, are taking some bookings. Is that correct?
Of course. Always. My arms are always wide open. And I love to go different places, different styles, different states, countries, you name it. Because I want to spread my message as far and wide along this earth.
Absolutely. And we're going to show your Facebook page here. It's for you, Mr. Michael Gabriel, directly here. And right down here, right under the intro, it says who you were trained by, Dr. Tom Pritchard. And if you want to get booked, this is how you book him. Book Michael Gabriel at gmail.com. And that's all together. Book Michael Gabriel at gmail.com. That is still correct, right, sir?
Yes, it is. You can shoot me an email on there. You can message my Facebook. I'm on Instagram at Michael Gabriel PW. You can find me on there. And let's do some business, because the guiding light needs to shine, and it needs to shine brightly. And I would be my pleasure to let it shine at your promotion.
Excellent. Thank you for being here, Mr. Michael Gabriel. We're just about all out of time today. Would you like to say anything to anybody watching before we go?
Well, I want to thank each and every individual that took the time to hear me out today. And I've been on here before, and the evolution has been stellar. So I thank you for coming with me along this journey and riding with me along it. And so I say this to you, and I bid you farewell. I say, always let it shine, and always remember that anger is your gift. Use it well, use it mightily, and the whole world will know who you are.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Michael Gabriel, for being here. I really appreciate you to being my esteemed guest being here today. The cult leader of the guiding light himself got to speak about SOM, and we're going to go backtrack for you one more time for you. If you guys are interested in going to SOM, remember you can go to ticketleap.com. You can search for the School of Morton in Newport, Tennessee, and it'll pop this page up for you right here. There's 3 different listings available. The Bunkhouse, which Mr. Michael Gabriel is going to be facing RT3 this Sunday night. You do not want to miss this. You can click on that. You can enter the promo code that we gave you, Arabbidb3aver, Rabbidb3aver. And guess what, guys? You will get a special discount on your tickets. Scan that QR code right there. It'll take you directly there right now. It's going to be a great time for you guys. Also, Sunday, February 2nd, 2025 at 128 5 Rivers Plaza in Newport, Tennessee. And also February 16th at 128 5 Rivers Plaza in Newport, Tennessee. They're going to be doing the television tapings live for the School of Morton. That discount code goes for all of them. You don't want to miss it, guys. It's going to be a great time in the world of wrestling. Then as well, we've got our merchandise. If you guys are interested in purchasing Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver, the Camel Toe Adventures, Nerdy Gaming with Arabbidb3aver, or you want to be a dirty little night out and join our Power Slam Club through Buzzsprout, we have those available for you right here as well. We definitely want you to do that. Power Slam Club would be first. Scan that QR code, give us a monthly love donation, and we would love to have you as a contributor and add you in to our contributors 100%. Thank you so much for that, guys. And then also, as we were talking about our merchandise, if you want our merchandise, just go ahead and scan that QR code. You can get it right there at streamlabs.com/Rabbidb3aver/merch. It'll take you directly over. Mr. Michael Gabriel, thank you so much for being here, sir. One more time, any words for anybody?
I've said all I needed to say, and I thank you for giving me your platform once again.
You're very welcome. And you know that the platform is always open if you have anything that you need to say to let your light shine to any of the unbelievers. You're more than welcome to come on anytime, sir.
Why, yes, Joseph, I appreciate that. And tidings and goodwill to you.
Thank you. You all have a wonderful evening. And remember, you all heard it here first on Wrestle Talk with Arabbidb3aver.